Hey, it's your boy D Rob, and thank you for joining me for PD for Leaders. How's everybody doing? Well, let's say it this way. I'm doing well, my family's doing well, so I pray and hope that your family and you guys are all well and safe and sound. Hey, listen, I just wanted to say thank you for joining me for PD for Leaders. It's my aim to really add value um, to leaders, helping them establish sound principles for leadership. Hey, today I want to talk to you about four deflating, excuse me, four deflating habits in team unity. But there's many great organizations out there. However, they all have this one thing in common. That is building effective teams or teams in general. There's nothing more unified than being part of a team. Can you think of anything else? Now, team building is essential. It's nothing like being around like-minded people, working towards a common goal, enhancing culture, and being involved with great, passionate, and talented people by your side. However, I believe some companies are struggling with this great talent of people. Not always everybody get along. There's disdain, distrust. People don't always feel valued, and whatever else you can possibly think of happens within this team that hinders the team from having cohesiveness and from accomplishing the job or mission. Think of it like this. Four deflating habits in team unity consist of: one, the lack of shared vision; two, poor communication; three, unresolved issues amongst the team; and four, gossip. Yeah. So, can you imagine your favorite sports team? They're well organized. They have the capability to reach in the national championship. They are winners. They do everything great, right? However, they can't score. Yet they got all the great players on the team, but nobody knows their job. Of course, can't think of a team like that, right? I don't know. I think I can. And when I think of this description, and I'm not going to say almost, I'm going to be very transparent. I think of the Miami Dolphins. I love the Miami Dolphins, but they got all the great talent, wonderful organization, but can't seem to score. Huh? They can't seem to score. They got all the right people in the right position, but nobody on the team knows their role. I think organizations fall in this category. Some organizations can begin to fall in this category too, as well. Well, think about it. How many of your associates and employees come to work but have no idea what the vision is for the company? How many of your organizations or your associates and your team, your employees come to work but don't know the mission? Say I was recently in an organization, and the one question I asked frequently to its leaders was, "What is the vision and mission for the organization?" To my surprise, no one could ever answer that question. They looked it up, or some didn't even take the time to look it up. But no one could answer the question. So it led me to believe that if the organization or the associates, if the employees or the associates can't identify what the vision or the mission is, that must mean that leadership is failing them because there is lack of vision. See, we all know this as leaders. Vision is essential to a leader's work. And as leaders at any level, it is important for you to also cast your vision to help your team align to a vision for how you see to lead your team and support your organization. So that lack of vision within organization is really deflating teams and hindering unity within the organization. So why do I say vision is doing that? Because we heard this before. Where there is no vision, people perish. People are looking to be led. People are looking to add value. And oftentimes, if we have no vision, we can't not only lead anyone, but we can't even help align them to a place and point where they feel as though they have something to add to the company or the team itself. So shared vision is imperative. So let's say that, they feel like they have nothing to contribute. And it's very important that people have or feel as though they have something to contribute. And that's where vision comes in, where we as leaders, we share that vision and people align themselves with that vision, and they can draw to it, they can align to it and feel as though they have something to contribute. So whether leaders must be inspired to align others to their vision. It's through this that unity is built upon. So to build upon the unity within an organization requires first a common vision, common goal, and a common mission. And Andy Stanley said this, that vision, when leaders cast vision, they should cast vision regularly, at least 21 time every 21 days. They should recast vision. And what he's saying is they should share their vision every 21 days. They should share that vision. That's what he was essentially saying. Why is that? Because people are drawn to your vision. They are compelled to something worthy. When you continuously cast that vision, you are reiterating purpose. You're giving people purpose. You're giving them drive to work towards. You rebuilding the confidence. You adding alignment, a form of structure in their life. So when they do show up for work, guess what? They won't be late. They run it in because they understand the vision or mission. They want to put their hands on something because they understand the vision or the mission. In the organization I was mentioning about earlier, where the leaders didn't know the vision or the mission. The truth of the matter is, what I was really witnessing was individuals doing nothing because they didn't know how to add value. They didn't know how they could contribute to the organization. And so this is where vision becomes imperative. So as a leader, develop a vision for your team and share that vision frequently to help bring alignment, to help give purpose, and allow your team to contribute to the organization's vision as well as mission. Number 2, poor communication. Poor communication in the organization is communication. I'm talking about poor communication. But however, communication is the lifeline and key in any organization. I'll say that again. Communication in any organization is the lifeline and key. It is the element of motivation. You ever been somewhere and one of the supervisors just walked by and said, "Hey, great job today, D. Really appreciate you staying overtime." How did that make you feel? Did it uplift you? Did it motivate you? Did it inspire you to give a little more, do a little more? Yeah. that communication really changed your outlook. So imagine what poor communication may look like. So when we got poor communication, that's because organizations lack to share with its people mission essentials. I.e., what I'm talking about is share with your people its gains and losses. Share with your people what direction they're moving in. Share with your people some limitations or struggles in the past quarter and how you're looking to improve and moving forward in the next quarter. That type of, because when I believe when your team or the people in your organization have a better understanding that, hey, if I did a little more, this organization could very well meet its requirements. It may meet its numbers. It may meet its mission or vision for the day. And so it's that poor communication really affects organization. So to expand the culture and develop a winning organization, communication truly is key. And two, it helps resolve issues amongst detached and insecure members. Now, man, isn't that true? Many people feel detached or insecure on their jobs because of the lack of communication. When they don't know what's going on. You ever? I think about being younger, and you get those hey yous on your job. Now I got it. We got hey yous from time to time. Things that come up that's critical that need to get done, or things that we overlooked or forgot to do within the organization, and we need to make them things happen. However, there's something to be said about hey yous when you could have gave me a briefing and gave me an update on what I can be looking for. I thought it was very. I thought that the Army did one thing well, was that of creating a line of communication among soldiers and between soldiers and its leaders. So as a non-commissioned officer in the U.S. Army, it was my job to always communicate effectively with my soldiers. And so how would we do that? Anytime I would come out of a meeting, I would abreast them of the upcoming training missions, upcoming field missions, deployments, vacation breaks, those type of things. And to the place and point, always, even in checking on them on how their lifestyle was going, if their needs were met, their bills were paid, were they having any issues at home? Maybe a car broke down, whatever the case may be. Those communications, just having that type of communication really contribute to be effective within my time on active duty. So I wonder how many of us use that form of communication when dealing with or working with our associates or employees, or our team for that matter, right? So how many of us are using that strategy when working with our team? Are we checking in with our team members and ensuring that everything at home is going well? Are we maybe they had the vehicle broke down and they got a little stresses over those vehicles. Are we taking time to get to understand and know what's happening? It's not, not necessarily prying, and I got it. We're a private community and people are private these days. But I don't think it's prying. I just think that you're showing a sense of concern and care, because I believe if you show me that you care, I'm almost willing that I would be more willing to do or work a little harder for you. Even imagine what your organization, what it would be like to be on your organization, and your organization leaders gave a bit more concern about your well-being or whatever other issues that you may have had, and you'll be more willing to give more. And I think some of these deflating issues that we see within our organizations stem from, and like I said, number two, poor communication. Third, unresolved issues. How many organizations or teams, rather, let's say it this way. How many organizations are experiencing unresolved issues amongst members in a team or in an organization for that matter? There's conflict because maybe, this is one experience I'm thinking of right now that came to mind, was that there was a conflict between two women. One thought one woman was lazy and the other one thought the other woman was a bully. And it caused commotion and confusion within the organization. There would be spurts of arguments and bickering and battering aloud, and causing a sense of fear or distrust in the organization. People instead of people trying to help resolve the issue, they peeking and they looking and they trying to eavesdrop on what's going on, and nobody's trying to make a valid effort to correct the unresolved issue or disagreement, right? Well, you as leaders, that's your job, to take that bull there by the horn and correct this behavior immediately. It's much like having a thorn in your hand. You ever get a thorn in your hand, and what happens if you don't remove it? It still pains you, right? But what happens if you try to remove it and it break off, and then you leave a piece in? It still pains you. But if you left that thorn in, it begins to irritate, and everything around it becomes discolored, irritated, and everything hurts. The same thing happens in the unresolved issues or disagreements. If you as a leader don't begin to grab those things and take them by the horn and correct them immediately, it's your job as a leader to correct those issues by first bringing these two individuals together and getting to the root of the issue and talking it out. Really draw out what's happening and build confidence and camaraderie amongst the two to elevate your environment for an effective culture. And lastly, remove gossip. Dave Ramsey said it best, and I chuckle as I think about it. He said he can't stand gossip, and so he put a gossip edict or memorandum in effect, and that he tolerates 0% of gossip. He give them one warning. You only get one. The second time, you clean out the door. Gossip is nothing more than a cancer. You want to see a business fail. You want to see a business crumble. You want to see an organization or a team become ineffective. Having the cancer of gossip within your team only deflates it. It corrupts it. It cripples it. Handle it from the beginning. Like I said, grab that bull by the horn, choke him out, twist him up, tie him up, whatever you remove it, get it out of your organizations today. Hey, I'm your boy D-Rob, and I say 4 deflating habits in team unity are lack of vision, shared vision, poor communication, unresolved issues, and gossip. You want to see your environment change? You emerging leaders, you leaders, start applying these simple principles of leadership to help enhance performance and expand the culture in your organization. And I'm your boy D-Rob, and I say thank you for taking the time and joining me for Leaders PD. Hey, listen, I challenge you. Go to my webpage, DwayneHRoberts.com. Join me and Emerging Leaders for a mastermind group. There, it's leaders, challenging leaders to grow. If you set up your free 20-minute coaching call with me, I have a special treat for you. So I'll see you. I hope to hear from you when you schedule your 20-minute coaching call with me. So go right now. Don't hesitate to DwayneHRoberts.com and schedule your free 20-minute coaching call with me. God bless. Thank you.